They're crispy, salty, and addictive. But your favorite chips might also contain a chemical linked to cancer. And nobody's warning you about it. We all love chips. But when starchy foods like potatoes are fried or baked at high heat, they form acrylamide, a toxic compound you can't see, smell, or taste. Acrylamide has been classified as a probable human carcinogen by the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer. A carcinogen is any substance, person, or thing that can cause cancer. Not every carcinogen causes cancer in everyone. So the classification is based on how the substance affects people in general. But how did acrylamide get into our foods? Let's take a look at where it comes from, how much is safe to eat, and which foods you should avoid. Acrylamide was first discovered in 1964 and is produced in over 100 different foods. It's found in some cereals, spices, and even toys. But the highest levels are found in starchy foods that are cooked at high temperatures, such as potato chips and French fries. It's also found in toasted bread and even coffee beans. But there's no official safe level of acrylamide exposure in food yet. It's still not regulated by the FDA or the European Food Safety Authority, which hasn't established a maximum acceptable intake level for acrylamide. And although many nations have set safety limits for individual carcinogenic compounds in food, EFSA's newest recommendation would require a complete re-evaluation of the limits for thousands of food additives. It's unlikely that new regulations will be introduced until the results of ongoing research are released. So for now, we're left in the dark about how much acrylamide is safe to eat. Acrylamide is a byproduct of cooking at high temperatures. It forms naturally when the amino acid asparagine reacts with certain sugars at temperatures above 120 degrees Celsius or 248 degrees Fahrenheit. Foods that are cooked for long periods or at high temperatures are most likely to contain acrylamide, including deep-fried and roasted foods like French fries, potato chips, bread, cereal, biscuits, crackers, pastries, coffee, and fish. You can even find acrylamide in some non-food products like cigarette smoke and car exhaust. But studies have shown that the majority of dietary exposure to acrylamide comes from starchy foods like potatoes. And these foods make up a significant portion of the daily diet for approximately 3 billion people worldwide. Studies have estimated that the average person eats between 170 and 670 micrograms of acrylamide per day. This intake varies significantly depending on location and diet, ranging from just 0.02 milligrams per kilogram of body weight to as much as 1 milligram per kilogram of body weight. Exposure to acrylamide is higher among children due to their lower body weight compared to adults. This highlights the need to consider the impact of acrylamide on vulnerable populations, particularly children. More research is needed to fully understand the potential effects of acrylamide on child development. And while studies have shown that eating a lot of acrylamide-containing foods together can increase the likelihood of getting cancer, it's unclear whether these findings can be generalized to humans. A review published in Regulatory Toxicology and Pharmacology reported that animals exposed to high doses of acrylamide developed tumors in their blood vessels, central nervous system, lungs, liver, and other organs. Animal studies have found that chronic dietary intake of acrylamide can lead to increased incidences of cancers of the blood and bone marrow, such as leukemia and lymphoma. Acrylamide has also been associated with an increased risk of cancers of the nervous system, such as neuroblastoma and brain tumors. Furthermore, studies have shown that chronic ingestion of acrylamide can result in adverse effects on the immune system, potentially increasing susceptibility to infections and diseases. Animal studies have also revealed that exposure to acrylamide can lead to reproductive issues, including reduced fertility, developmental abnormalities, and increased rates of miscarriage and stillbirth. Additionally, acrylamide has been shown to affect the endocrine system, potentially disrupting hormone production and function, leading to various health problems. Based on the evidence from animal studies, the International Agency for Research on Cancer classified acrylamide as probably carcinogenic to humans in 2009. Although there's limited direct evidence of the same risks in people, scientists agree that exposure to acrylamide could be dangerous. There's been considerable effort to reduce acrylamide levels in food products. Strategies include using alternative cooking methods, modifying processing conditions, and employing innovative technologies. One approach involves altering the type and amount of oils used during frying. By selecting oils with higher smoke points, manufacturers can maintain lower acrylamide levels during frying. Additionally, controlling the temperature and time of frying has been shown to effectively reduce acrylamide formation. Another method is using microwave or infrared radiation to cook food, which can help achieve similar sensory characteristics to conventional frying while reducing acrylamide levels. Innovative techniques like supercritical fluid extraction have also been explored to remove acrylamide from food products. These methods not only help mitigate the potential health risks associated with acrylamide, but also enhance the overall quality and safety of processed foods. So if you love chips, here are 5 things you can do to stay safe. 1. Eat chips in moderation. Limit your intake of high-heat cooked foods, especially those made from starchy ingredients like potatoes. Choose baked chips over fried ones. Opt for whole grain or vegetable-based chips. Check labels and choose brands that list low acrylamide cooking on the packaging. Avoid burnt toast and over-fried food. Burnt offerings may taste delicious, but they're also more likely to contain acrylamide. So try to keep your toast to a golden hue and avoid overly charred potato skins. Don't rely on the microwave. While microwaves are safer than conventional ovens, they can still produce acrylamide. So watch out for pre-packaged microwave popcorn and frozen meals. And remember, home cooking isn't foolproof either. Just because you're making your own food doesn't mean it's free of acrylamide. So use caution with home fries and baked potatoes. When baking sweet potatoes, leave the skin on as the outer layer acts as a natural barrier against acrylamide formation. In addition to being a potential carcinogen, acrylamide can also cause irritation, burning and stinging in the skin, eyes and throat. It can also cause headaches, nausea, and vomiting. Exposure to high levels of acrylamide can lead to neurological disorders, including numbness, tingling, and weakness in the extremities, as well as tremors and seizures. So it's important to be aware of the sources of acrylamide and take measures to reduce your exposure. Now, here's some good news. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has set temporary guidelines for industrial processes that can help companies reduce acrylamide levels in their products by up to 70%. In addition, the FDA has established the Center for Food Safety and Applied Nutrition, which conducts research on acrylamide and other foodborne pathogens. This center works to ensure the safety of the nation's food supply by developing and implementing science-based strategies to prevent and control foodborne illnesses. The center also provides leadership and training to state and local agencies responsible for food safety regulation. On an individual level, you can take steps to protect yourself and your family from acrylamide exposure. Here are 5 tips to reduce your risk. 1. Store potatoes properly. Keep potatoes in a cool, dark place to reduce the formation of acrylamide. 2. Cook potatoes thoroughly. Cooking potatoes until they are soft reduces acrylamide levels. 3. Peel potatoes before cooking. Removing the skin of potatoes can also reduce acrylamide levels. 4. Vary your diet. Don't rely on high-heat cooked foods as a staple of your diet. Include a variety of fresh, unprocessed foods in your meals. 5. Stay informed. Keep up to date on the latest research and recommendations regarding acrylamide exposure. Join online communities and forums to learn more about this topic and share your experiences and insights. You don't have to cancel chips, but now you know what's inside the crunch. Drop a "if this shocked you" and follow for more everyday health wake-up calls, because what's tasty shouldn't be toxic. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, check out this one next. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for new videos every day.